What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to the full view. What are you saying?
Okay. One more. Come on.
Is that are them happy bombs and happy faces and smiles for Anthony's pretty much done, or is it because there's a full view and we haven't really been on it for a while? Which one?
I just smile because we start and then I see KG smiling and I'm thinking, what's he going to say? What's he going to do? So I start smiling like a kid in school.
Nothing. Yeah, I'm just here. I'm here. I'm glad to be back as well, like on the full view. But I'm happy about this signing, even though Glazer's out, just in case, because people, you have to say that at the beginning.
Yeah, because it's like people think like if you haven't said it like for 10 seconds and you talk about a signing that you forgot and you haven't.
Yeah,
like it's been there for like a strong 17 years. Like
that's what I do in the morning. I wake up and see my wife and I'm like, Glazer's out, and then
like your daily affirmations. Your daily affirmations. I am strong. I am bold. I'm Glazer's out.
100%. Always. Muhammad Ali says it like Faz was talking about before we went live as well. Yoga Benito finally at Old Trafford as it's been too long. The source will be sourcing. Big up to Faz, big up to KG, big up to Steph, big up to Cam, and big up to Owen. Obviously today's full view crew, and big up to you lot in the comments. We've got a lot to get into. Owen, we'll start with you just to give us the lowdown and what the latest is, because we're going to discuss this at the top of the show. Anthony, deal close.
The deal is close. I wasn't sure you were coming to me for the tweets. I've got to go find it now.
Oh, sorry.
That's why the eyebrow raised straight away, because I thought, wow.
I'm doing a new show.
I've got it in front of me.
You got it?
I've got it. So if you haven't seen today, Man United have gone back in with another bid for 100 million euros for Ajax winger Antony. The expectation is that it's going to be accepted. An agreement hasn't been reached just yet, but Romano did tweet in the last hour or so that he understands that Antony's contract is now being prepared by Manchester United to get it ready once the deal is fully agreed. This deal will be valid until 2027 with an option of an extra year to extend it until 2028. Ajax and United are discussing the final details of a 100 million euro deal structure. There you go.
Strong. Who wants to start? Let's talk about this. Floors, anyone's go for it.
I want to listen. That manager is salty. The salt from the manager is insane. You know, like, and it's funny because even the European football lad been following his journey. His stages of grief has been enjoyable to watch, I would say, purely because like they you know, the funny thing is when they think he's staying, they're like, he's a great talent. It doesn't matter about the money. As soon as they kind of know he's going, all of a sudden, well, he's inconsistent. What's the point? Just like pick a side. Which one is it? Is he good enough and you want him to stay, or where are you with this thing? Even when he's been sold, you know you're getting a good player when there's such an angry reaction from the people selling. So I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be a lot of pressure on Sancho and Rashford, and that makes me extremely happy.
A lot of pressure on Antony as well, by the way. Coming for a big feast. It's his guy, Eric Ten Hag, new league. He's only young himself. He's got a lot of pressure.
He will be fine. The guy doesn't listen. This guy's got big balls. The first one to do an exclusive with Fabrizio Romano. Do you know how big do you know what you have to do to say some players want out? You know, when they talk about forcing a move, this is unprecedented. We've never had a person that will go to
Sounded like Marcel then.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Like Unfortunately,
I don't agree with you.
Come on. No, but this is new ground. We've
even got the clip for that, by the way.
Unfortunately, I don't agree with you.
If you want both, they're there.
Anyone can get it.
Anyone, bro. No, but on a real, this is someone that's got, you know, like you put the shirt on him and it's not gonna weigh him down. He looks like he's got that level of confidence. And again, he loves Ten Hag. The video, remember when we're saying it? I was saying, listen, he said that. What was the line? I'll do anything. If you need me, I'll be there. Something like that. And you lot told me I was reading into it, bruv. He weren't lying.
Yeah, but De Jong's one was kind of sentimental too. It looked a bit, it looked a bit like, we should be able to get De Jong because of that video as well, but it didn't really. Yeah, it's not really.
That's my fault anyway.
Faz, you was going to come in just before KG did. I know you're really excited to see Antony as well, bro.
I used to pray for times like this just to rhyme like this. Listen, it's about time we have smiles on our faces. It's about time, right? With everything aside, I know I'm giddy FC and everything right now, but one thing I will say with this deal, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If we pay the 100 mil, it sends a statement to other clubs that Manchester United are paying 100 mil whilst they're in Europa League. If we're paying 100 million euros for a player that is actually worth 50, 60 million, what does that say to other clubs? It's not a good sign. What do we spend then when we're in Champions League, right? So that's one aspect. The other aspect is we don't pay 100 million. We don't get the player. He goes to World Cup. He has a season. He balls out of control. And now he's no longer 100 million. He's 150 now. And knock comes Perez and Real Madrid. What do we do then? Then that's another headache. So you damned if you do, damned if you don't. So at this point, it's better. We might as well pay the money, 100 million, get the player. The player clearly wants to come. And on top of that, if we don't pay and if we don't get the player's not only sour towards his own club, but he's also thinking, well, Manchester United, you knew about my stance from early. Why didn't you come knocking early in the window? You left me in this mess. I went out and put my neck on the line for you guys, and you didn't come to pick me up. So it's what it is, right? Arnold and Murta, they have to make the deal happen. 100 million. He's finally here. And the most crucial part is he really, really wants to prove himself. Forget about the pressure. Forget about everything else. He wants to come to the Premier League because he wants to prove something. His colleague, his Brazilian colleague, has gone to Barcelona, and he wants to make sure he's playing at the similar level at Premier League, showing that he deserves to start for Brazil. He deserves to be at this level. There you go.
I hear you. It is a damned if you do, damned if you don't, innit? Because people will say, like, what, you left yourself short. Man United don't have the players, then you go and get the player. It's just like the same with Casemiro, only you get a player like Casemiro. Graham Souness is like, yeah, he's not even that good. Like, he's not. Like, it happens at United, innit? It happens.
I'll say one thing, Flex. I'll say one thing, that 100 million should not be looked into, because Romelu Lukaku went for 100 mil twice and now he's on loan. So what does that make him? The worst signing in the history of football? And he's the most highest transferred value player in the history. 100 million should not be looked into. There was 100 million in Man City and they were in bench. So it doesn't matter about the price tag. We've paid for a hidden gem. Ten Hag has clearly identified him as one of the best players that he's ever clearly seen, a best winger, and we've went and got him. So it is what it is.
Steph, do you care about the price? You excited?
Amen. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I'm really we've been crying out on for a winger, like on that right hand side.
Is he the answer?
He has to be. He has to be the answer. He has to be. With that price tag, he has to be the answer. You know, I feel like I'm eating humble pie because, like, a few weeks ago, I think it was on one of my first full views, I was so negative about this transfer window. And don't get me wrong, like, I still am. Hashtag Blazers out, all of that stuff. But I think, yeah, we're getting Anthony, like, put him in a box, wrap it up, put a bow on top. Here we go, Ten Hag. Like, honestly, I just feel like maybe I'm swinging from one extreme to the other, but I really do think that Anthony, like, when we bring him in, he's going to complete the team. Obviously, the team won't be 100% completed because I personally still think we need a right back, but that's another story. But yeah, no, definitely, and he's definitely going to give other players like something to think about. I think that if he comes in and he starts, which I hope he starts like most games, most matches, I think, yeah, definitely it's going to give Rashford and Elanga and Sancho something to think about, particularly with his ability like to put crosses into the box and stuff like that. And I would kind of just like echo what Faz was saying about we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't. Because I was like, a few days ago, I was like, oh, no, it's too much money. Like we shouldn't. But then we're a laughing stock anyway. So
yeah, like who else are you gonna get? Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's like, again, we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't. If we don't sign him because we're like, oh no, that's too much. It's like, well, we're idiots for kind of like trying to like chase him all summer, putting him on the back burner, even though that we knew that Eric Ten Hag wanted him from May. And if we do go with him, then we're just getting ripped off because we're literally paying like 150% of what he's worth. The only concern that I have, my final point, is Anthony, him going on strike for Ajax. Like, is this the kind of player that we want? Like, what if things go sour? I'm just thinking ahead. Like, what if things go sour?
Okay? So I suppose the question is then, really, is it because, and this is literally A or B, is it because he's just so in love with the club and really wants to come? It's the dream. So he's so desperate to come. He's laying out how fair he's been. I.e., I said from February I wanted to leave. I've rejected a contract. I told you from so early. I'm not just giving you 5 days to look for a replacement. You're trying to paint me out to be that guy. Or, like you say, if Real Madrid then come and we're like, maybe not, like, don't want to let you go, does he do it again? Listen, it's football. It is football. So it's a volatile industry.
I will just add in response to that, I think his ego, like with regard to like Real Madrid, like his ego would make him want to come to a team like Manchester United who aren't in the Champions League to be like, hey, buy me, like sign me, and I will put you there. Like,
yeah, I'm going to level you up. Yeah.
Get you there. And obviously, he's 22. So, you know, like that's another bonus that he's a young, hungry, like fresh player. And hopefully with this 100 million, is it euros or pounds? 100 million euros.
100 million euros. So people need to get it right and stop saying 100 million. Like, it's 84. What's it? It's 84, right?
8, I think 84.8 million.
Yeah, so let's just call it that. I don't know why we're forcing this 100 million talk. He's 84. We're not in the euro. Like, come on, guys. We use pounds here. That's our currency.
Brexit KG. Brexit KG.
Let's go.
Put your Ferrari's KGs out. Start singing Rule Britannia. Oh, Britannia rules the waves.
I've got a question which I think Cam can answer because Cam's like really into his facts and stuff.
Yeah.
If this, once the signing is complete, is this a record fee for a 22-year-old player? Like 84.8 million. It's a record fee for that.
Specifically a 22-year-old.
Yeah. Like, as in, like, it's the youngest, it's the highest amount, it's the biggest transfer for the youngest player ever.
No, that'll be Mbappe, won't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be Mbappe. It's a record fee for an Eredivisie player, isn't it?
In the Premier League. Sorry, not in Europe.
In the Premier League?
One bigger. Yeah, could well be.
Yeah, I think so.
Million.
I can't think of one bigger.
No.
80.
Yeah.
Who's been bought for 100 million into the Prem?
Yeah, Felix. How much did he go for?
Wait, how
he
much
was like 120, but into the
but he's
Prem.
not into the Prem.
Yeah, Steph's talking about.
Yeah, no. It
Yeah,
is
Sancho was 70, so.
So he must have big balls, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. He must have big balls and a bigger ego.
100%. Cam, what are you saying from look, I hate to do the cliche thing because you're the stats guy. So firstly, what are you thinking emotionally? Just not about stats, just how you think because I feel like we're in danger of only asking Cam, like, so how would that work with the tactics? Like, he's actually a Man United fan. We can ask him like how he actually feels. I don't want
Cam doesn't have feelings. Cam doesn't clap for keepers.
Yeah, it's true. Just complete silence the whole way through. Just one level. Anything happens, no noise.
But how are you feeling? We'll talk about it tactically, but how are you feeling about
I'm buzzing like the rest of you. It's a great signing. And it's finally, how long have we not had a right winger for now? We finally get one. I mean, it's defensive mid for a while we haven't had, and right winger. And now I think it's probably the first time in a long time that we've got an actual player who wants to play in every position on the pitch. So, yeah, great start.
And tactically, since you're there.
Yeah, I mean, we did a video on this yesterday, actually, the Casemiro stuff. So that'll be out in the next few days at some point, probably. But basically, I see with Casemiro and Anthony, the whole team shifting. So rather than building up in a bit of a 2-3-5 at the minute, which we have with sort of before it's been sort of the two centre-backs and the three of the full-backs and one of the midfielders dropping in as a sort of connector player. And with Casemiro, he's not really that connector. That's what he wanted Frankie de Jong for, to be that one that drops in and connects the play between the defence and the front five. But for me, with Casemiro, he's not that sort of player. So I think we're going to shift to a bit more of a 3 in build-up. So Casemiro sits in the middle. And then it means we build up a lot more down the wings, which is exactly what you want Anthony for. So he can go wide on the right. You've got front three, then Anthony, Martial, Sancho. They should link up really well together. And then for me, that midfield starts to change. That midfield eventually, for now, it will still probably be Bruno and Eriksen or Bruno and Fred or some combination of those. But eventually, that's where you put in Donny van de Beek.
Don't know if Owen's going to like that because he doesn't really like Donny, but yeah.
I don't know where that's coming from. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Owen always got that Donny van de Beek thing at the back. He just doesn't really like him. I can feel the energy. It's not really really Donny in.
My point is those people that will say like, Donny, bring Donny on. You go, okay. And what's he done then when he comes on? When he does play, what is it?
You've got to know what he's going to do, though. There's
I would agree. I've also said on the counterbalance of that is, I think he makes runs that people can't pick out because the quality isn't there to pick him out. But I would also say, if that is the case, do something. Then affect the game. Don't just keep making the runs anyway. And go, they're not picking me out. Go, okay, go get the ball.
He's never the sort of player that's going to go and get you. Is going to light up the show. He's not the sort of player that's regularly going to be doing eye-catching things all the time. That's not his game. Small movements, finding little pockets of space, making 1-2 passes. He's the sort of player that knits everything together. He's not the sort of player that stands out. And that's the thing, because you've got someone like Bruno who every time they get the ball wants to try that Hollywood pass. When it comes off, it looks brilliant. And you go, you know what a player, fantastic, incredible. But actually, Donny, he's not that sort of player at all. He brings everyone else, he makes everyone better around him. And it's hard to put a value on that sometimes.
In the streets are saying you've got a Don Gender.
The Don Gender.
Streets are talking.
Flex is a shit stirrer. He is a shit stirrer. That's what he's doing here.
Hold on.
I just follow the crowd.
Hold on. I haven't typed that. That is Lil Yo-Yo. He's an official member of the channel. His thing is green. But I didn't type that.
You see what he's doing now, KG? Because now he's going, look, he typed that. Who brought it up in the first place? That was Flex. He went, Owen hates Donny. Disgrace. Cheat. Get out of here.
You are an absolute disgrace.
Oh, this one might be even better. I like Van de Gender. Oh, mate. Hold on. Let me get the super chats out and you lot carry on. Right. First super chat of the day from Keegan says, Glazers out. I'm going to need an OG. All right. Anthony incoming. Big up the panel and free seats. # free Anthony.
All right.
That was live. That was crazy. That was.
Thank you.
Very good. Like them artists who like can't sing live because they got the auto tune. You're crazy.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate this.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Big up Eagle-Eyed Football. Is Mateus Pogba on the agenda? I tell you what, that was a bit mad, isn't it? He's not on the agenda because, to be honest, the whole reason of Pogba leaving is like you just don't ever need to talk about the whole Pogba situation. But his brother's moving a bit mad.
It's a mess. That whole thing is messy.
Yeah.
What's he said? Yeah, I haven't seen this.
I'll be totally honest with you. It was in 3 slides and I switched off after 1. So I don't really want to go into like what I think it is because I don't actually know the full story. I'll be deadly honest with you because I wasn't interested. But something about revealing something to do with Paul Pogba and talking about the girl, the lady who's a solicitor, who took over from Mina Raiola. Is she credible?
It's got a lot worse.
Oh, it's got a lot worse than that. There you go.
Yeah.
I might know
So basically, some news reports here saying that basically he has been some of his childhood friends have tried to sort of kidnap him and extort loads of money from him, and he's seen them on multiple occasions. Basically, apparently Matthias Pogba, his brother, is one of the alleged gang members that was involved in it. So it sounds like a complete mess.
Yeah.
I will be looking at that later.
Oof.
Yeah.
I remember earlier, like before this channel started, we did an interview with Matthias Pogba. He didn't mention any of that. He didn't mention none of it.
Well, so. It's not really a thing to bring up, is it?
It's not really.
It's not really interview fodder. Yeah.
By the way, I'm out here doing up Donny Brasco and that's a bit mad. Right, let's get back to the super chats. WJ Barrett says, imagine they bring back Yoga Benito and have Cantona do the announcement. Actually, no, because we are sponsored by Dead Nike. Big up everyone at Glory United View. Well, no, we're sponsored by Adidas.
I don't know.
Yeah, and Anthony's sponsored by Puma as well, so I don't think that could run. But I get what you're saying. He said, sponsored by Dead Adidas won't work now. Was the next super chat from WJ Barrett. Lil Yo-Yo says, big up. Didn't KG predict we would pay 100 million way back?
KG says a lot of things, by the way.
And
KG's thing is quantity. Just say as many as you can, and one will be.
I ate a crunchy yesterday for something that KG said, by the way. But let's not even get into that.
If Ronaldo leaves, because early, before anyone was on it, if Ronaldo leaves, Nostradamus settings.
What else have we got now? We've got Game Fanatic says, sorry to be that guy, but I think we are being overexcited for Anthony. How many proper seasons has he actually had? No one mentioned him 2 seasons ago.
Who's that poo in the park? Who is that guy? Who said that?
It's Game Fanatic. Could be a girl, could be a boy. Don't know. They're just not sure. They're saying everyone calm down.
Yeah, but you can't say that because how many loans did Ivan Toney have before he made his name? How many loans did Ivan Toney have? And now only he's been mentioned. You can't just bring up a comment saying, oh, how many seasons he's had. He wasn't mentioned 2 seasons ago. Well, that's good he wasn't mentioned 2 seasons ago. It's good that Man United have been gone and able to identify a player that the gaffer wants.
I think every opinion's valid, and every person who's watching, they have a right to believe whatever they want to believe. But I think the broader question really is like, how do you ever know if a signing is going to be successful? There is no magic formula to a successful signing. So we might as well, I feel as if we might as well be excited because we haven't had much to be excited about over this transfer window. And this is a player that Erik ten Hag has wanted since May, since he took this job. Obviously Murta and Arnold, and they completely effed it up. But ultimately we're going to get him. And we can be happy for now. And we just have to trust that Erik ten Hag is going to work really, really well with him. And he's going to be a successful signing. But,
So I wanted to say about Martinez. Again, Carragher said he was a bad defender after 1 match. There's been jokes about his height. I ain't seen the height memes in a minute. I haven't seen them. But then there was so much said about these players. You got to let them come in. At the moment, the manager's hit rate is quite high. He's wanted quality. He's got a player that he believes and he backs him. Like, he knows that Anthony's not going to down tools for him because of how much he feels he's done for Anthony. Anthony's done the opposite of what De Jong's done. Anthony, he was hoping that De Jong was his son and De Jong felt that level of appreciation. Clearly, he didn't feel it because he maybe wants to take a dip in pay, right? Supposedly. We don't know what can happen in these few days. I know I'm not in this De Jong agenda thing, but I'm still hoping. I'm holding out hope.
Someone put in the chat earlier that De Jong was on the bench earlier. Put the eyes. Let's not.
I'm just every day going through. I'm just going through the menu on Nando's and deciding.
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, massive Nando's. I said you and 3 people in the home, innit?
Where's my Nando's?
Why did you?
Because I had a bet.
What did you bet this time? You've been taking L's on bets. You need to stop.
This is my point. This is my point. He's going, see, I said I was going to go 100 million. You've lost 2 bets in 2 days, man.
Well, listen, I thought that our manager was desperately trying to keep Ronaldo, but clearly he isn't.
Or Ronaldo clearly don't want to stay. He's desperate to leave, whichever way around. Here's a good one. Mo, in Super Chats. Let me get these out and we'll carry on the show. But this is interesting. Pedro Neto is worth 50 million right now and is more proven in the Premier League. Interesting.
Premier League proven is no such thing. Premier League proven is no such thing. What is Phil Jones is Premier League proven? Harry Maguire is Premier League proven? Luke Shaw is Premier League proven?
Rubbish. Have you got any more?
And they're holding the bench. Who else is Premier League proven? Declan Rice. What's Declan Rice price?
A lot of good and bad players that have played in the Premier League, though, can't you?
But what's Mason Mount's price right now?
I don't know.
He'd be expensive.
No, exactly. Premier League proven is no such thing. Please, Martinez came and it took him 2 games to give us the best moment in Man United than Harry Maguire has in his own career in Man United. So please, don't tell me about Premier League proven.
McTominay and Fred are Premier League proven. United supporter says.
It'd be fair to Maguire. He scored that banger against Rochdale. Outside the box.
Yes, Cam. Yes, Cam. Yes, Cam.
When Martinez does that, we can talk.
we know
when he gets the Rochdale screamer, then he's on a level playing field, right?
Yeah, and you guys were saying earlier, if Anthony goes on strike at United, what happens? Maguire sorts that out 100%. He's captain of this team. Maguire gets him in the corner of the dressing room.
And grabs his fingers and goes like this. This is what you got to do, mate. Put them there. Block out them haters.
Maguire's
I've
headbutting him in a
noticed Cam is a
situation
Maguire
straight
stan.
away.
I've noticed. Statman
Yeah.
Cam is a Maguire stan.
Yeah, listen, it's this guy. You can't stop him.
What are you saying, Cam? Are they what the boys getting onto you? You feeling a bit sad that Harry's obviously not played last couple of games in that, or you being
Don't
I- I
fall for
think
it.
he's up
Don't
to
fall
play.
for it. Don't fall for it, Cam. He's trying to do it again. Look at him.
I'm
Stir it.
asking him a question.
He's stirring. But
Do
no,
you know what?
it's fair. I'm not a big Maguire fan. He's just a funny guy, you know. Big head.
How is he funny?
You can't see that head and not laugh.
He just said big head. You went
Yeah.
big head. You went funny. Big head.
Oh, you lot are dread, man.
Well,
Marcel's
Statman
porridge.
Cam did
Go on.
say that Harry Maguire is statistically the best centre back for England in the history of England's centre back. So
Yeah, but we play to
says a
his
lot.
strengths though. And when he's in the England team, we set up our whole team so that Harry Maguire can have the best stats. Like if we change that from a back five in the England team to whatever a back three, he would suffer. So
Sully says, I was like, hell no, until I saw Fofana went for 80 million and get him. KG, you the best, bro. Marcel's porridge says, excited but appalled at the board. Glad to give Arnold a chance, but if Murto isn't sacked come Thursday, then he can get the F out as well. Hashtag Glazers out.
He's
Marcel's porridge is going in. Oh, there's loads of super chats now. Faz and Steph on Twitter says Marcel's porridge. Yep. Faz, is it at Planet Faz, isn't it?
yeah, that's it. Planet Faz.
Yeah. Steph, are you on Twitter?
I am not on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm a newbie. I'm a social media newbie. So I'm on Instagram. You can find me at... Wait, I don't even know how you find people on Instagram. Help me out here, guys.
Just put it in the search. You just say the name.
You are an absolute.
Say that.
Sorry.
Stephanie Annabelle.
There you go. So that's where you can find Steph on Insta. DJ, big up DJ with a super chat. DJ says, looking after Mumsy today. Hope the team is blessed. Love that, DJ. Anthony will need to adjust to the physicality, though. And yeah, Cam, I'm with you on the Donny thing. Basically, saying that he needs to, get time and come in a little bit later. Neil says, do you think we need a progressive central midfielder or striker more in the next 4 days? I keep changing my mind on this. Do we need a progressive midfielder like we was trying to get Frankie de Jong, or do we just go what we got now? What we saying? And do we need a striker?
Who's that
Need a
for?
striker. Need a
Just
striker.
yeah,
absolutely.
just quickly for everyone while I carry on with the super chats. Owen, you take
Striker.
it just quickly.
We need a
Yeah,
striker because
we need a
if
striker.
Frankie de Jong was available, we'd get Frankie de Jong is the buy of the century. But Frankie de Jong is not available, so striker.
Yeah, especially if Ronaldo leaves, we're going to be ruined.
on,
JP8
Oh.
says, like 3 months. Big up everyone. We're going to have 2 star boys on each wing. Let's go. Remember, for 3 months as well. So big up to you. Waiting for United to win a trophy. Says, life never been the same since KG released no signings, no chicken. And Nadeem says, Pogba was close to his brother as well. Shake my head. And Roddy, member of the UV Members Club for 3 months. Big up to you, Roddy. Says, love and respect to all of you. Do you reckon we still need a striker after Anthony? We literally just covered that, bro. So hopefully that answered your super chat. Game Fanatic is a new member as well. So big up to Game Fanatic for joining the Members Club. Another one, 100%. Game Fanatic did. There you go. May as well just move on from the another one. Just, Khaled's got the new album. Sibbo1 says... Owen's cultural difference. Yeah, it's not really. Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Snow Patrol. Snow Patrol. Guns N' Roses.
Owen.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Big
Owen
up
didn't
Owen,
believe.
man. Owen, why are you just saying that random thing? Big up Owen, man.
I like the accent as well. I like the accent that just...
Yeah, or if you ever need jokes, just like on a random morning when you just think you're having a bad day, just go on DJ Khaled's social media. It just make you laugh. Simo1 says, Casemiro, De Jong, damn what a midfield by Ronnie. Aob says, question for Cam. Oh, it's gone now. Question for Cam. What's Anthony's role in the Ten Hag system? I've seen a lot of comps and he seems to cut inside rather than take on his man. Another Sancho. Oh, I like that question. I'm asking the community. Everyone's saying how amazing he is. I like him. I'm excited. I just want to know, can he get past people or does he want the ball at feet like Sancho? That's all I want to know. I'm just asking the question. I'm excited. I want to see Yoga Benito. Yes, skills in the airports. Yeah. Flip, flap, control it, back foot, flick. Yeah, nice. Can you get past the man? Are you fast? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Bottom line, yeah. I mean, look at the way.
Well, it's that kind of dynamite analysis that we get you in for.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I
we
mean,
saying
at the
Cam.
moment this season, to be fair, so we've isolated Sancho quite a lot on the right with the way Dalot moves, so he often tucks in. And with Sancho, it hasn't really worked a lot of the time because he can't really beat in that 1v1 battle. He often doesn't. He isn't able to beat his fullback by himself. So you're isolating him, but actually he's better with other players around him that he can sort of bounce off. Whereas Antony, if you isolate him wide on the right, he can beat his man, and that can get us further up the pitch. That can start to create chances. And then, of course, if he can cut in, he's got a brilliant early cross. So, I mean, it's one for actually Ronaldo if he was playing. Would be he'd love the service from Antony because his early crossing's brilliant. But I think the big thing really is that with Sancho and Antony on the wings, you've got players that are able to keep the ball a bit better, will be a little bit better in build-up, but particularly with Antony, because we've always looked to isolate the right winger, that's where I see him being most effective, and I think he can really help us in that because we haven't got someone that can do that at the minute.
Agreed. Pro F2D says, nice to see Cam with a whole face for a change as well. That's good to see. He's obviously happy. What else have we got?
Now
here?
the lights working today.
Yeah. Sandit says, let's thank LVG for Martinez. Nick says, Antony, his output isn't the spectacular, but he has the skill and confidence to take his man on head to head. Marcus and Sancho can't get past the tree at the moment. Michael says, I'll take Pedro Neto. Why not buy players from within the league instead of paying huge money in Europe for players who may not do it in this league? Faz was saying he could easily flop just because you played for another team in league. It's not a guarantee. Ed Woodward says Memphis is dropping an album, Return to OT 2.0. And WJ Barrett says Cam is itching to throw out the Bruno slander with the eyes. WJ Barrett says, I love Cam, and Antony get past players. Yes, LOL. And Mr. Brooks says, so we need a striker. Do you think it will end up just playing Rashford? Basically, if we don't get one up front, and Sancho and Antony on the wing, if we don't get a striker. And David T says, daily reminder that we have got four-time Champions League winner Varane for 34 million, while Chelsea have bid 60 million for Anthony Gordon. So there you go. Just away from Antony, I want to kind of just open up the floor just to let's get a bit more pace in the show. I know we've got a lot of super chats to get through, but let's go. How are we feeling, obviously, with the 2 wins? Do we feel like confidence might be starting to build here? Cam, I'll start with you and then go around. Going into Leicester Thursday night, they lost again. They lost against a 10-man Chelsea, so they're not, pressure's on Brendan Rodgers. How are you feeling about us now? Do you think we're building confidence and turning a bit of a corner, or is it still way too early for that?
No, I'm feeling really good now because I think the important bits we've seen already that Ten Hag's adapted. Rather than the 4-3-3 with sort of one player looking to come deep, we've gone to a 4-2-3-1, a bit more pragmatic. We've worked the whole time now on as soon as we lose the ball, we get players back. The wingers are tracking back really well. So as a team, the things you want to see everyone doing, the organisation, it's really, really good. And we've not seen that for a long time. And then also in terms of the way we build up, we've not... the way Arteta changed to sort of 5 at the back and he went away from some of his principles because his players couldn't really do it until he got better players. That's what Ten Hag's doing now. We're not playing out from the back. We're just kicking it long. We're being really compact on second balls to sort of play to our strengths and working out things slowly, trying to control games, and that will get us a lot of places. Yes, it may mean that sometimes when we control games and don't take our chances, we lose games from counterattacks or things go a bit wrong. But in general, as a team, we're playing a lot better than we have done for a long time. So yeah, I'm really confident, and the defense is looking really good in particular now as well.
Floor's everyone's. Owen, you're like, nah.
I mean, it's just because I still, what happened 2 games ago, or the beginning 2 games, that still happens, So my concern is that we're still very fragile. We can still relapse into old habits very, very easily. And that's not being negative. That's just knowing the players that we have and knowing their history. I think there is some kind of, there's momentum, clearly. We're playing Leicester at just the perfect time, right? Talk about completely low on confidence. They're struggling. So I expect us to win that game. But it's still going to take a while. It's still going to take a while before I'm going completely into games going, yeah, Man United, yeah, we should steamroll this, or we should beat these people, because even Southampton, that wasn't an easy game. Like that last, we were in the studio, right? The last 30 minutes of that game, we were bricking it because we knew what Man United do. I think the positive is that defense, if Varane can stay fit, that defense is solid. Fingers crossed, touching wood, all of those things. If they can stay fit, that defense is good. I think the midfield gets obviously clearly way more sturdier with Casemiro coming in. Antony provides way more balance in attacking areas because you do have a winger on the right-hand side that can cut inside of his left foot. The striking situation is still, I think, needs to be addressed because at the moment, it would appear that Rashford's the starting number 9. Who would have thought that would have been a thing, right? And even that's with Cristiano Ronaldo fit. Rashford's the starting number 9 because Martial isn't fit. So that needs to be addressed. So there's definitely positives. There's momentum. There appears to be a structure and a spine of a team there, but that confidence is still fragile and shaky. So I'm not going to say like I'm totally confident after 2 wins, but I think we've got some good fixtures as well. But that Arsenal game is quite concerning, actually, as well. I've just remembered that off the top of my head.
But that could be that could be like the not even make or break, because you look at what Liverpool was when we were down in the dumps, and you get that big game at Old Trafford to say, like, you know what, go out there, be on it. It's going to be similar to Arsenal, like that. We're going to have to be like that. And look, we can't skip Leicester because, like you said, we got to go there and get 3 points in the bag. But I just see it as, imagine touch the table here, touch wood. It's like, imagine beating Arsenal and Leicester in the next.
By the way,
just
a tweet in the last couple of seconds by Fabrizio
Is it here we
Romano.
go? What's going on?
It's a here we go for Antony. He's just tweeted literally in the last 37 seconds. Antony to Manchester United. Here we go.
There you go.
Agreement in principle with Ajax, €100 million fee, contract until June 2027 with the option until 2028 to be signed tomorrow. Contracts being prepared. It's an Eredivisie historical record fee. Antony will be in Manchester next week. There you go. Here we go.
Signing I wanted. This is the signing I needed. I'm over the moon. I'm holding it in. I am gassed. My manager's got what he wanted. He needed that. He's looked at his players. He's looked at the wing. He said, it's not enough. It's not good enough here. Delo gets to form a relationship with Antony. It can work. Again, you're listening to the boys. You listen to the when we was out on that trip in Amsterdam. Yeah, we kept on saying. Well, I was saying it all the time. I was like, that guy Antony, I like him. You know, it's like you can't have him, literally. And I was like, you sure? And again, you know, when you just know this signing, and again,
and he didn't even play. He didn't even play in that game.
He didn't even play. Yeah. But I was just like, him. I like him. Yeah. I like him a lot. And it's the speed. It's the fact that, you know, when you have a player, like sometimes you get these young players that they just believe in themselves. You can tell he believes in himself. Is there a part of me that thinks one day he can go on strike to go to Real Madrid? Potentially, but that means he's been killing it for Man United. Now, if he works with this manager and he reaches the top levels, then it is what it is. I always have to have it in my head that at any point he might want to do what he's done here, but we just know that about him. I'm not going to hold it against him. It's like, I know that Ronaldo at one point he wanted to move. It just is the way it is. But he has to be successful to force a move like that. The only way, and he has to shine in this team. And I have a feeling that he will. I'm really excited about this thing. Let me just quickly say the part about talking about the team and the evolution of the team. I do think that it's going to be up and downs. There's going to be up and downs, and we just have to be realistic as Man United fans. Some people got onto me the other day because I was excited about the win. I was like, but we didn't even play good football. I was saying, listen, we haven't won than that, innit? Yeah. 7 games away from home. I'm talking about developing some strength and character, and that's something that Man United hasn't shown. And Ten Hag is trying to get the players to buy into him as a manager. Finally, he's bringing in people that he knows, the Malacias of this world, the Martinez, now the Antonys of this world. He's getting his core collective in there that know him, but then there's still work to be done. Like, we have to enjoy that and let him build, because he said, this is not the football I'm trying to play. They're not where I need them to be yet. The main thing that we need now is a striker, and I don't know who. Rashford can't play there. We all know that. I was going to ask Cam, I was going to ask whoever on the panel, is Sancho able to play in the number 9 position? Can he do that?
Not for me. No.
I don't know what to do, because I saw Mitrovic holding up the ball yesterday, and I was like, bloody hell. Like, we need someone to keep the ball to help start the attacks. And we have nothing. No one does that at this club, bar Martial. What are you lot saying to me?
Do you remember last season when I said play Rashford there because Ronaldo was out of form? And you laughed at him. It's probably like the best without Martial.
You won't laugh.
The best option we've got. It's the best option we got now, but it's like the only thing with Rashford, he doesn't kill the team by playing that, because he's not dropping deep in ridiculous situations like Ronaldo's always doing. But he's not the answer, because he can't hold it up like Martial can. I think we do need to sign someone, or either sign someone or just try players out until something works. Because I think Rashford's fine, but if Rashford then gets injured, we've got an even bigger problem if they're both Martial and Rashford are out. I think Bruno, he can't really do it because he doesn't stay where you put him if you put him as a 9. Maybe the one I want to see is probably Donny, because I think he's got the movement. I think he's got the tactical intelligence to do a different role that he's not used to. I think he can hold up the ball. That's what he's good at doing, sort of bringing. So he can sort of create a little bit of space and play it back to a player. He's not the sort of player that's going to hold it for sort of 10 minutes, or a long time, but he can maybe do something that Bruno can't really do. It's worth a go, but we need a striker. Obviously, we need a striker. It's not a long-term solution.
Yeah, I think we're in trouble. Like, as much as it's amazing we're getting Antony, so we should be excited. Already we've seen, Martial's had, 2 injuries in 3 games? Is it 3 games? No, 4 games, sorry. 2 injuries in 4 games, not being available. And I don't know, man. If Ronaldo leaves, and then because most of the games are going to be like the Southampton game, like where we're expected to be on the front foot, teams dropping off, where Rashford, his style of play probably isn't suited to that. Against Liverpool, it's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. Against City, it'll be perfect. Even probably against Arsenal, it'll be perfect. Against those high-pressing teams, high-energy teams that sit back against us, where you need a little bit of innovation from the 9 position to know when to drop into the pocket, get on the half turn, draw players to you, then get and spin, and then create your own space. He just doesn't have that natural intuition. I'm just not sure what we do. So, like you said, the Depay situation could be one we go, you know what, it's a freebie. We need something just till January or something. I don't know.
What is worth saying with Rashford, though, is that, yes, he may not be the best hold-up player, but because of his pace, because of his runs in behind, defenders are always thinking, hang on, he could go in behind me here. So it keeps the defensive line back. With Ronaldo now, people don't really believe in his pace, and you can see it at the weekend. He's not that quick anymore. So the defense are constantly just pushing up, and that hurts the team. So yeah, Rashford can't hold it up like Martial can, but at least with that threat, you're sort of stretching the defensive line and giving everyone else a bit more space to work in. So that is a positive, and I think with obviously someone, if you did play Van der Beek there, you lose it. But yeah, Depay is a good idea. For £10 million, Memphis Depay is a good signing.
Steph, will come to you and then go to Faz about the striker situation. What are you saying, Steph, in terms of, okay, we've got Antony now, which is fantastic. How are you feeling about the striker situation?
Yeah, so rolling it all into one, you went around the panel, you asked us, are you feeling confident about the last 2 wins? What I would say...
Yeah, and that too.
Yeah, no, but it kind of ties into everything. But what I would say is, yes, I'm feeling confident because I can see progression. Yes, I'm feeling confident because I think that defense, I don't have a heart attack every time the opposition comes into our final third. I'm no longer feeling that. So in that sense, I have confidence. I also have confidence that we've just signed Antony. But then on the flip side of that, it's kind of like, okay, I can see progression. I can see the changes. I can see the changes in the style of play slowly in the style of play. But then I feel like all of it's for nothing if we don't have a striker. Does that make sense? Because it's kind of like, okay, I see the defense. It's improved dramatically. We've got Antony in, Sancho. I would prefer Sancho on the left over Rashford. We've got Casemiro, who I think would work really well with Fred. And then I just look at the front and I'm like, we have somebody who, is injured in Martial a lot. We've got Ronaldo, who, we all agree, he isn't the player that he once was, fitness-wise and all of that. And then imagine all of the build-up play, and then we get to the front and what do we do? There's no creativity. Who's going to score for us? So that's what concerns me.
Faz?
Firstly, I'll come to the first question about performances from the team. It's nothing to be excited about. We played Ole football to beat Liverpool, and we barely hung on to get the 1 goal. Yeah, it was a pressure cooker in the stadium, which actually helped the players beat Liverpool. And that's the reality of it. Against Southampton, it was an absolute lifeless, boring, soulless game. Majority of the time, Southampton actually dominated the game. They had more of the attacking chances. They nearly scored a few times. We played ping pong in their box, and we couldn't put the ball in the.
I'm not having Southampton dominating most of the game.
Not dominating, but they still had us a few times. Che Adams still had us a few times. Walker Peters had us a few times, whipping the ball in from giving Malacia a lot of stress. It's true. It is true. We got the one. Bruno skies the ball half the time, so we were very lucky that Bruno actually put the ball in the back of the net. I was surprised. I thought he was going to shank the ball, and the ball goes in the second tier of the stadium.
I was surprised that Sancho could get around considering how much weight he's gained. He's prone to gaining as well.
I was surprised he ran. I was surprised, but it's true.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect.
But it's only a one goal win in both games. I'd want us to kill games off. I'd want 2-3 goals and kill games off. The next 3 games are very, very detrimental. We need to go and thump Arsenal and stop them. Really, we need to be the ones to slow Arsenal down, not no one else.
How good would that be? They go unbeaten till they get there, and they come Old Trafford, and we just deal with them. But
yeah, we have to deal with them.
That's not.
Like whatever needs to be trending. Listen, whatever needs to be trending on Twitter. Whatever needs done, but we need to be the ones to slow Arsenal down, because they're piping up quite a bit. Leicester, they're in the mud right now. The pressure's on them, so they're going to come out, and we're away. They're going to come out wanting 3 points or 1 point. So that's another pressure. Then after that, if I'm not mistaken, we've got Leeds, right? After the Europa League game or whatever, we've got Leeds and Everton. So next 3 games, we must. Absolute must. 3 out of 3
Palace
wins.
away. We've got Palace away soon as well. That's
Palace
hard.
as well, yeah. Palace as well, sorry. And Palace is not a joke team as well.
That's a
they
hard
gave City to.
Hard team.
Palace are very underrated, very, very underrated. And they gave City 2 goals before City came back with their lab experiment. Look, we need to go and establish some serious football and be able to kill teams off. That's the first thing. And striker situation, #Martial out. Plain and simple. #Martial out. I got crucified because I said Eric Bailly needs to stay in this club. Well, everybody bashed me saying Eric Bailly is injury prone, Varane is injury prone, and all of this. What happens now when Martial gets injured after 45 minutes? All Martial did is stretch his calves and hamstring on the pitch, and he got injured. That's all he did.
So what do we do? Sell him with Ronaldo then? No.
No.
And he got an assist.
Forget all of that, but I'm going to concentrate on Martial because Martial FC said Martial is the savior for this club. Martial is the glue. And Flex yourself, I said Martial got a 10 out of 10 that game. But after this injury, we can't. Why on earth are we going to be discussing a new contract with Martial when the guy can't stay fit for one game? Not even 90 minutes. Not even 90 minutes. No, absolutely not. We can't be giving contracts to players like this, and we need to be in the striker market. And
do you mean eventually, or you mean because look, Ronaldo is obviously trying to angle for a move, so we're ruined there. We won't have any strikers. Do you mean eventually we need to come away from Martial when we can, or you mean now in this window you've had enough? He's injured. Sell him now. What do you mean?
Not this window. Absolutely not this window. Ronaldo and Martial can't leave this window because if Ronaldo goes, we're in deep trouble. We're in deep trouble. This is Depay we're talking about. If the window was being done properly, we are not linked to Memphis Depay. You know it and I know it. We're not being linked to Memphis Depay if the window's being handled properly. And Ronaldo's, whether he leaves or not, if he does leave, he's left us in the mud. 100%. And the saddest thing is he has to leave because we saw against Southampton, the guy couldn't keep up with, was it Bello or what's the centre-back's name? He couldn't keep up.
He's younger, faster than him. Yeah, he started ahead of him.
Yeah, he couldn't keep up. And it's just upsetting and sad to see. It's upsetting. He even collapsed and started thinking with his knee. He had issues with his knee. If he can't keep up, Rashford's not firing. We're in deep trouble here. We're in real trouble. We might have to play false nine Bruno and see what that happens. So next window, if we can, we need to go and get a proper striker, 60, 70, 80 mil striker and put him in there.
Cam, you was going to say, sorry, one sec, KG. Cam, I think he wanted to say something.
No, I was just thinking Martial's clearly better than Ronaldo. And Ronaldo's not leaving us in the mud. He's just become shit.
What did you say? Sorry, what was that?
Martial's the best option we've got now in the club as a 9.
Oh, shame. Sorry.
The bit after.
Is he
I
wrong?
said Martial's clearly better than Ronaldo. It's like, come on, mate, chill out.
Well, no, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Look at Ronaldo.
But he means as the option. He doesn't mean as a player of legacy. He means.
That's why I just wanted to hear that properly. But again,
but right now Ronaldo is gone.
Being fit though, he's not available. I get
KG. If Ronaldo's available, if Ronaldo's fit, does he fit into this system for you? Do we just need to make sure Ronaldo stays and we can play the way Ten Hag wants to?
It doesn't work. If he's not putting Ronaldo on the pitch, it's not going to work. Something's happened with It's either Ten Hag's mind has changed because he knows that Ronaldo desperately wants out.
He's gonna go.
There's got to be that, because it doesn't make sense. I heard my manager sound so keen on Ronaldo before he got here. They asked him in press conferences, the first press conference, all about Ronaldo. All of a sudden, Ronaldo can't start a game, like 2 games in a row. And for me, that's confusing. But maybe it's because they begged him to stay. They brought in all the heavy hitters, and no one's got him to change his mind. Ronaldo wants out. Again, we were saying we're waiting for big players. Like he was waiting. I don't know if Ronaldo was waiting for, because we were supposed to bring in Anthony and De Jong. Guess we haven't got them, but we got Anthony and Casemiro. He still wants out. So it was never really about the players that we're bringing in. He just doesn't want to play Europa League, if it is right. If that's the just looking at things, right? Because these are the names that we're looking at, and we've only shifted Casemiro for that's the only big change that I can see in it. Said now it doesn't make any sense. I'm proper confused again. If you said he had a Maguire problem, well, Maguire's not even starting anymore. So then where is the issue? What are you upset about, right?
But look at what you see on the pitch. He's just not good enough. He doesn't fit the way Ten Hag wants to play. I mean, every time we see him, he just doesn't. It doesn't work.
I think he would have forced him in.
Like Eric Ten Hag in his press conferences over the past few weeks has consistently said, Cristiano Ronaldo has been excellent in training. I'm looking forward to working with Cristiano Ronaldo. Rare tear. So for you to say that he doesn't fit in Eric Ten Hag's system or way of playing is quite confusing.
Exactly.
I have a theory. I do have a theory, and it might be a cheaper one. But Maguire and Ronaldo, they started being benched at the same time, right? Like literally, they started to be benched at the same time. I don't think it has anything to do with Eric Ten Hag not picking Cristiano Ronaldo because he knows that he wants to leave. I think obviously we all know that there's been issues between Maguire and Ronaldo. I think Eric Ten Hag's like, you two sort your shit out. You're on the bench until you two sort your shit out. That's what I think personally.
Really?
But, yeah.
What do you think, Cam?
I'm not saying that.
Then you go on. Then you go on after that.
Basically, everything Ten Hag said right the way through is what he's got to say. I mean, right now, the whole world knows Ronaldo wants Champions League, but none of the Champions League clubs want him because they're going to ruin the club. Even the sporting manager was saying the other day that he's basically threatened in a press conference to leave the club himself if Ronaldo gets signed. Nobody wants Cristiano Ronaldo. Ten Hag can't come out on top of that in that situation. When Ronaldo doesn't want to be at the club anyway, so you want to get him out of the dressing room. You can't come out and then say he's training badly, he's doing this, he doesn't fit my system. Because then even less clubs are going to want him then. So I think he's taken out Maguire because he was performing badly. He's taken out Ronaldo because if you look at what Martial brings, that's what Ten Hag clearly wants from his striker. Ronaldo doesn't do that. The next best choice is Rashford. He at least sort of tries to push the defensive line back with his pace and threat to run in behind. Ronaldo doesn't do that either. He doesn't stay in position, doesn't provide a focal point. He doesn't do any of the things Ten Hag actually wants from a striker. So tactically, it doesn't work. But also in terms of the press conferences, Ten Hag, right from the start, if you're coming in to be a new Man United manager, you can't say, oh, no, I don't want to work with Ronaldo. I'm not even going to give him a chance. That's going to piss off half the fan base immediately. You've got to at least say, look, I want to work with him, see what he can do. And you've always got to give him that chance, at least in the press, be open and and go out and say, yeah, he can adapt. Of course he can adapt. Ten Hag's always saying it. He has to say it. What else can he come out and say? Like, there is nothing he can
I always say a biggest thing of what a manager says or doesn't do is the team selection on the weekend.
That's exactly what I was about to say. That was literally
like the fact that he's not starting means he don't fancy him. Because he's there, you can play.
No, but guys,
you can say whatever you want in press conferences. You do your real talking with your team selection. That is the fundamentals.
No,
but picking him when he's been available, when others haven't been available as well. He's still
third choice.
Picking him. That's just how it is. And again, you've got to differentiate. Doesn't make Ronaldo a bad player. It's the same with David De Gea. He doesn't fit into Ten Hag's system. Doesn't make him a bad goalkeeper. It doesn't taint or take away what Cristiano Ronaldo has done at Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Juventus. It just means Eric Ten Hag feels that he doesn't fit, and that's it. And Ronaldo, if anything, that's great for him because he wants to leave. He wants to leave.
How does McTominay fit then? It doesn't make sense. Like
because of a lack of options, KG. Because of a lack of options. Now that you've got Casemiro, as Cam said earlier on, it's not square pegs and round holes. Now there's people that actually fit into the system. McTominay, you're right, doesn't fit into the system. But who else were you going to play? Who else were you going to play?
I just bought Casemiro.
He could play Donny, and Donny,
but he doesn't fit. But he doesn't fit as a McTominay role. He can't be a defensive midfielder, can he? It's different.
We all said in that game against Southampton, KG. Even you said it. You said actually, you know what? We give McTominay a lot of stick. on the ball, 100%. In that game, with how that game was going, he did what he was in there to do, which is be physical, win duels, and be ugly, because the game was quite ugly in that one game. I'm not saying that's why we need to start him. I'm not saying that's why he needs to be the future of midfield. I'm just saying that Donny wouldn't have done that in that game.
All right, listen. So my thing is this: I honestly feel that Ten Hag has realized that he can't keep hold of Ronaldo. Ronaldo's forcing the move, and it kind of makes him look a bit funny trying to put someone in that doesn't want to be there. He's talking about the squad being unified and squad being together. But if you can't unify someone that doesn't want to stay. It doesn't make sense.
I don't even think it's that deep. I really don't. I just think it's literally just tactical, because we said it. We said it when it was a Liverpool game. We said, oh, that was because it was just Liverpool. Well, it was just Southampton at the weekend, you know. Clearly, it's a tactical thing. It's a tactical thing. And ideally, he would want to keep Ronaldo because that's less work for United to do and find a replacement striker with however many days left. He knows how this club operates in the transfer market. They can only do one deal at a time. I don't want to throw the Ronaldo wrench into that right now because there's other pressing concerns, i.e. need to get a central midfielder, need to get a right winger, need to get a centre-back, need to get a left-back, need to do that. But now, you know, maybe that there are less deals to do now. Maybe he does think, actually, you know what?
But both could be right, though.
If we could get Ronaldo, I mean, absolutely. But I just don't.
Yeah, there can be a little hint of that.
I just,
but I think
it's probably part of it. But I don't think it's super deep. Like, you know, I hate when people go, he's sending this message or that message or cryptic messages, or whatever. Like Erik ten Hag is a very simple guy in the sense of he says what he means. He's very straightforward. And I think if he said to Ronaldo, if Ronaldo went, why am I not playing, boss? He'd just say, actually, I just don't really fancy you in that system. I just don't think you can do it. That's it.
Sorry, just want to, there's one thing that Ronaldo did yesterday that really made me laugh, though. There's the time he picks up the ball and he just sends, he should have just fed it through to Rashford. Rashford probably goes on and scores. He says, nah, Rashford, you're going to give that ball to me. He sends Rashford mad wide. Yeah. And he's like,
shit pass. Yeah.
No.
He should be fined a couple of weeks' wages for that. That was on purpose.
Yeah.
No. I was laughing because I said, yeah, Ronaldo could send someone wide like that. He could do that just to do some Ronaldo-ish stuff there. But let's be fair with this guy. I honestly feel that, and I know you lot disagree with this, but I feel that our manager has been so keen on Ronaldo. You lot can call it media talk, but he's been quite straightforward in the media. He's not played any games. He's not like trying to, even now how people ask questions, they say, we don't really like talking about players who haven't got. They understand Ten Hag. He's set his stools out very early. I think he was really excited.
Ronaldo's a player that he does have. So
I'm saying that he was excited about Ronaldo. When I heard him talk about Ronaldo yesterday, when they talk about the transfer window closing, and he seemed like someone that understood that this whole thing has changed. He couldn't talk with the same energy that he spoke about at the beginning of the season because he just knows now. He's resigned to it. He knows George Mendes is out there talking to everyone. And this man's trying to form. When we spoke to the We Talk Ajax guys, they talked about he wants a team. He don't want anyone, even when someone scores a goal, he always reminds them, but it's a team effort. Every time he speaks, he's like, this is the team. Yes, that player was good, but what that other player did, he's always banging on about team because that's how he feels that the squad will be unified. And if someone is detracting from the squad, I can't build a team with that. So maybe that's the reason why he's done what he's done. That's what I believe. But yeah.
But also, you could say he was saying that before he saw him in training, i.e., before he saw what tactically he was and wasn't capable
that was before
of.
he even met him.
From afar, he thought, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo can do that. Then he saw him in training a little week and went, oh, actually, he can't. And he's seen what someone like Martial can do. And again, that's not saying Anthony Martial is better than Cristiano Ronaldo, because that is a ludicrous statement to say in general that Martial will ever be the player that Cristiano Ronaldo is. But right now, for the system that Ten Hag wants, for the mobility that Ten Hag requires in the Premier League in 2022, it's a different role for a player that can't do it. And the best solution really for all parties now, tactically, for the player, for the harmony of the squad, is that he leaves. The issue is, if he does leave and United don't replace him, we're sure anyway, and we'd be even more sure. And can you imagine? Because if Martial's fitness record, as Faz mentioned, plays out how it has so far, you're not going to have him for half the season. That means your sole striker for an entire season is Marcus Rashford, who isn't a striker. And that's just not good enough for Manchester United.
And KG, you spoke to Ajax lot as well. And what did the Ajax lot say? And I'm surprised you didn't pick it up and remember this. Did they not say Erik ten Hag will back a player publicly, even when the whole fan base goes against that player. He will constantly back his players. Doesn't matter what. And on top of that, Cam is 100% right. Nobody wants Ronaldo right now. Jorge Mendes went to Napoli and said, "Man United will accept, if you come knocking." Not that Man United are ready. So he himself, the agent himself, doesn't know what Man United and Ronaldo, are gonna do. They don't, because Ronaldo, not one big team wants Ronaldo. And Ronaldo been knocking on through the window to go. And with Marcus Rashford, we absolutely cannot rely. We cannot rely. Tactically, you saw Ronaldo. He doesn't fit in. He doesn't run. He asked Bruno to press. He's asking Sancho to press. I went on your own stream and said he's asking Garnacho to press. And the Rayo Vallecano game, he's asking Garnacho and the kids to press. He doesn't do the work himself. He ain't got the legs like that. He came in 30 seconds and he sat down and said, "Physio, come put ice spray or whatever spray on my knee." So it's about time he goes, and we need to go and deadline day settings, find someone and bring him.
Let me get all these super chats out to wrap up the show, because there is a hell of super chats here. Shivam says Man United will sign 7 players. Instagram story on official page. A couple of times you've said that. I don't know. Do you mean like as in there's like spaces or something for the players to fill?
No, Manchester United uploaded a picture on their did you not see it?
Nah.
Manchester United uploaded a picture on their Instagram story saying the 5th, 6th, 7th signing are coming in, are being prepared.
What? And then they took it down?
And that was before the 5th signing, which is Antony, was made. But Man United, as we know, have something called a gossip column, right? And in the gossip column, they share the gossip column. And on their story, before Antony was signed, 1.5 weeks ago from today, or 1 week ago from today, Man United posted that picture saying 5th, 6th, 7th signing are being prepared. Right. And the 5th is here, so the 6th and 7th are loading.
Okay, fair enough. And we are going to get probably Dubravka as well, so that could be the 6th. David T says, if we bought Lukaku for 90 million, Antony deal was worth it. Lil Yo says, just a thought, maybe CR7 isn't match fit to start. And you don't have to like answer all these, because obviously these super chats are from 10, 15 minutes ago. WJ Barrett says 100% facts, KG. If he leaves for Madrid, it must have meant we have won the league and Champions League again. I can live with that if it's a reality. And Sal says, thoughts on the Pogba story? Story just joined. We discussed that a little bit earlier. Lil Yo-Yo says, bring back Memphis Beek for number 9. Freestyle pending. WJ Barrett says, we need a striker. Tony injury record is nuts. Dougie says, if Ronaldo leaves and Martial stays injured, would you pay 50 million for Ivan Toney? Big shout.
I would, Big shout. I would do it. I'll give him the money. Yes. What am I waiting 50, for? Of course I would.
50, yeah. Would Brentford accept 50 mil?
I don't know.
I could see Ivan you would push for that.
Can we carry on. Sorry, Fats. Carry on.
Yeah, coming at the end. Nick says Depay isn't a bad shout for a free transfer. He was captain when he left Lyon and was top goal scorer for both Lyon and horrible Barca side last year. JK says, Owen, tell your dad not to buy Antony shirt. I beg. That's definitely true.
He's done with the shirts. It's fine.
Yeah. Red Baron says the striker market seems very difficult. It's up to our scouts to select the correct striker that jibes with Ten Hag's style. Do you trust our scouts? Well, doesn't always work very well, does it? So the answer will probably be, very skeptical about that, Red Baron. Sophia's Football Talk, big up to Sophia, says, happy about the Antony signing, but we really need more signings, at least a striker and a right back. Agreed. Carl Rayner says, hi guys, it's fair to say Ronaldo doesn't suit how we play and what we are trying to grow. I like him and respect his ability to score, but I think it's time to go. Really good way of putting what we've just kind of discussed there. Carl Red Baron says, small steps to improvements, Faz. United View Scout says, bro, I watched the City game yesterday and I'm struggling to even talk about our club. This is going to be generational for the enemy under Haaland. Let's not even do that. Ramanan says, biggest problem for United are the owners and fan base. We fans think we know more than our manager. Fans are going on about selection and substitutions. Sigh. United View Scout says, KG, I've been waiting for you to come on a live to talk about Kim Min-jae, bruv. Yeah, Kim Min-jae's been doing a madness out there in Italy, apparently. We should have got him. Red Baron says, Cam smile. Just happy to see you smile, Cam. They put a little emoji there. Ash says, currently have a good defense. Let's hope it lasts. Absolutely. Praying for another clean sheet against Leicester. Build more confidence. Mo says, it's 2022. Is Martial top 10 strikers in the Premier League? No. Is Martial top 10 striker in the Premier League?
No.
Can't judge a player who's not playing.
Just as a player, as a striker, is he?
Yeah, he is.
He's top 10.
Yeah.
In what?
If he gets
as a striker
in,
in the Premier League.
if he
You
gets
lot,
in,
when you lot would laugh at me when I say he's worth over 50 million. Now you lot saying he's top 10. Which one is it, guys?
Top 10
I
in the
didn't
Prem.
laugh at you.
I don't think he's.
Everyone used to laugh at me when I said how much you can get for my. You're saying me a top 10 striker can't go for over with Anthony Gordon getting for what he's getting for, and you lot laugh at my prices. I don't know.
Is Martial better than Watkins?
What is he? I'm asking you lot.
I'm just saying,
he's better than Watkins. Yeah,
he's better. Is he better than Danny Ings?
Clear.
Is he better than Darwin Núñez?
Yeah, easy. Right now,
is he better than?
That's difficult to say. I think.
No, it's not difficult to say. Darwin Núñez can control the ball.
Is he better than Gabriel Jesus? Is he better than Jesus?
No.
Is he better than Callum Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he better than Neil Maupay?
Yes.
Yes.
Is he better than Darren? What's his name? Danny Welbeck.
It's like a weird game of guess who, isn't it?
Yeah. Is he better than Danny Welbeck?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes.
Is he? There's 5 already in there. Is he better than?
Better than Ivan Toney.
Toney.
No, he's not. I don't think he is.
Is he
better
better
than Ivan Toney?
Is he better than Mitrovic?
Right now,
Mitrovic has scored 4 goals when he was last in the thing and scored 3 this time. You can't get Gasser. Martial's had back-to-back 20 goals in the league.
Mitrovic is balling, so please respect my Mitrovic.
Yeah, for a couple of games.
He's balling now, yeah.
Timo Pukki had a good couple of games for Norwich.
Yeah, is Martial better than Pukki? I know he's not here anymore, but is he better than Pukki?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right.
Guys, can you just, sorry, really quickly, because I know this is, we started off about Anthony. Now it's been confirmed. Here we go. Will he be available for the Arsenal game?
Yes.
I don't see why not. I don't see why not. When's that? Sunday? Yeah, I mean, if
the registration date is usually Friday, isn't it? It's the Friday.
Work permit day.
Work
permit,
visa,
training. Yeah,
nice visa. Europe, though.
If it gets like officially confirmed tomorrow, then he's got a good chance, I would say. But the visas,
medicals, I don't know. Work permit, I don't know. I mean, I would hope he won't be available for Leicester, I don't think, but I really, really hope
he'll be available for Arsenal, and I pray he scores. Oh my goodness.
Anthony will play some minutes in the Arsenal game because of visa, training, media, all of this stuff included. He won't be involved in the Leicester game.
Okay. All right. We'll see. Actually, everyone's getting on to me because I did rush to say Martial got back-to-back 20 league goals. He didn't. Not Premier League. But what was the season? What was the season where he had 2 good seasons in a row and he got over? Didn't he get over 20 goals in all comps in them seasons? I swear he had 2 good seasons in a row. Did he? Anyone help? Did he?
You are an absolute disgrace.
Now she won an answer. Did he?
You are an absolute disgrace.
Sorry, what?
Did he?
You are an absolute disgrace.
Did he?
You are an absolute disgrace.
Did he?
You are an absolute disgrace.
But did he?
You are an absolute disgrace.
You both are just as worse as each other. I swear to God. You both...
is childish.
No. So are you. Fleck.
No, I'm apologizing. Because if I say something wrong, I'll say, yeah, what was I saying? I'm just apologizing. I'm trying to get an answer and he's just being silly. Anyway, he said Bruno was better than Cantona. Anyway, press it for yourself.
Oh, so that was... I apologize, man. Everyone's had their mad moments, innit? Sam just said that Martial's better than Darwin Núñez, and I was like, "Raw, I can't like that's."
Those are the 2 that I was talking about where it was 2 good seasons, but yeah, I know he had 2 good seasons. But anyway, let me finish off these super chats. Where was I? There was a hell of a lot. You've got Rick Murray says, bottom right is talking sense. Wow, that's KG. Top right is a numpty.
that super chat made me laugh, I'm telling you.
Red Barrow says, why is Varane in the bottom left of the screen selling his best mate out, Ronaldo? What are you saying? Cam looks like Varane now. We're going with that one. Oh my God. Who they say you look like, Cam, on the internet the other day? I saw they said you look
like
someone.
What was the new Wolves signing? Not Vitinha, whoever that is.
Guedes.
Nah, the other one.
The centre mid guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said you look like him.
Rather that than Darren Gibson. Jeez.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Says, I thought Ten Hag would use Ronaldo as he had used Haller at Ajax, but Haller did put pressure on the opponent. Ronaldo does not. Big up to you all. WJ Barrett says, last deal, CR7 to Napoli, Osimhen 100 mil swap. MKB says, you guys are judging CR7 too early. He's not had a preseason. Of course, he's not going to be sharp. He's had just one 90-minute game.
That's fair.
I don't know. I think you see stylistically, even
Said he was ready.
That's a whole new thing. Yeah, exactly. He's posting saying ready and all that. Come on, don't let your goat do that to you. United View says we would have gotten Lee Kang for a quarter of the price rather than Anthony. The man's popping off. He was selected as one of Europe's best 11. CJ Ryuk says Rashford as a 9 is dead. Stop it. And Anthony is not fit enough. It still feels empty. It's not enough. It still feels empty. And Michael Cody says, for Eric Ten Hag, he's been dealt a shit hand since coming in. He's been left no option but to hang on to Ronaldo because the board aren't competent enough. To me, he has no choice whether he likes it or not. David T says, I hear Igalo hasn't retired. Just saying with the eyes. Austin Baker says, big ups everyone behind the scenes, free seats, members and everyone in the stream. Have a great week ahead, as always. And glory, UV and F the Glazers. Couch Coach says, KG, Anthony is here. It's about time to get reckless, bro. Flex, what did you do to the real KG? He was a bit reckless earlier. He was.
Yeah. I'm just warming up.
And the last few is Ganso says, next two signings is the double two players that be given the name of double D's, Depay and Dubravka. And Precious says, where is the UV scout for the new signings? Maybe he's just working on something. I don't know. Maybe he's cooking up, just assessing the players.
Still in
QQ
Mexico.
says 100%. QQ says Haaland, Jesus, Kane, Nunez, Mitrovic, Tony, Firmino, Jota, Jimenez, Ronaldo, and Vardy are all better than Martial. So that's where Martial would fit in over that. Brooke Solomon says, KG, can I get an all right for Anthony? He gave one earlier.
I gave one already. So all right.
Yeah. And Chiseled, last one, says, please stop underestimating Martial. His close control technique and hold-up play, like you saw on the assist to Rashford against Liverpool, makes him easily top 3 in the Premier League. Tony better, hell no. Well, he could be our Firmino. He doesn't need to outscore all those guys. As long as he's the glue in the other score, I don't care.
He's brilliant. He's just unavailable. That's the thing. Like, Louis Saha was a wicked player. The Saha that played at Fulham, oh my goodness. And Man United could have used Louis Saha in the time, but he just was always unavailable, always unfit. Could he affect things? Of course he can. Martial's a great player when available. The issue is he's unavailable a lot.
He's not top 3 in the Prem. He's not the best.
He's not even got a hamstring injury. Let's say it's an Achilles one. How long does that leave him out for?
Yeah. He said, hopefully I can have him for the next game. Yeah, he said, hopefully I can have him for the next game. Well, the best thing that could happen now is Martial gets fit again for a long period, plays the whole... Because he has had seasons where he's played the whole season. Do you know what I mean? He needs to have a season and just shut everyone up and just be fit. And Super Chat here, 8 says, Flex, send a light text to your boy Ivan. Not getting involved. Big up, people. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Remember, you can join the members club if you'd like to. And also remember, you can vote for us, nominate us in any of the categories at the Football Content Awards. It'd be an honor to get the channel nominated for that. So the link's in the video description below. Feel free to enter us into any of the categories you would like to. And we'll be back again tomorrow. Fresh transfer view in the morning. We've got Cam's tactical video dropping as well. And as we get information on players and stuff, we will be going live and doing reactions. Hopefully we get some more as well. And we'll wait for Man United to officially confirm Anthony. But that is the news. If you just joined us, Anthony, here we go from Fabrizio Romano. He's done it. He said it. It looks like we finally got our guy. It looks like the interview with Romano tipped it over the edge and made Ajax go, you know what? He's actually being serious. Let's just accept the money. Anyway, guys, we are out of here. Take care. Peace.
Glazers out.